Hey everyone, it's Jake at Jake's Metal Chat. Hope you're all well and welcome, as promised, to my first collection update of two. Was going to make this a longer one, but I thought the amount of stuff I bought, I might as well split it into two parts. So, as promised from my Instagram stories that I recorded, uh, yeah, literally yesterday, I would be recording this one today, and then I was going to say Sunday for the next one, but I'm going to be out that entire day, so either Friday or Saturday morning. And before I crack on with the collection update, bit of self promotion for Oscaria, my band. Got t-shirts for our. I'll just move my hair for our upcoming EP. It's the artwork. Don't know the dates yet, but once I know, I will mention that in a upcoming video. So let's crack on with the first CD. So this one I got from a gig called Eggfest because the release I got here is released on Eggy Tapes, hence the name of the all-dayer. These guys are from Leicester here in the UK. They formed in 2019 and really impressed with these guys here. Just so much presence on stage and them this entire release is just intensely heavy. This is Biocaster with their 2024 EP, Writhing Between Birth and Death. And this is just filth, pure filth. CD released on Cursed Monk Records. There is a vinyl variant, which I cannot remember the name of right now, but I will be getting that variant because, like Mark Jewelry and Sean the Beast, I'm collector's scum and I gotta collect things. There's the CD and the lyrics right there. This, like I said, is heavy. This is just dirty, disgusting, filthy, sludgy doom metal. The vocals are very death metal orientated, so got a little bit of a death metal vibe from the vocals, but overall just sludgy doom. And man, these guys could just made it so fucking filth. Just pure dirty nastiness right here. And that's what you want from some sludgy doom metal, just heavy disgustingness like this. And if that's your thing, definitely check out these guys. I think they're playing Bristol again very, very soon, so I will catch them again. Biocaster and Writhing Between Birth and Death. Now for the next lot here, this CD and the vinyl are all original pressings here. Now let's start with the CD before I crack on with the vinyl. And this band needs no introduction, but they're going to get one. Formed in 1987 in Buffalo, New York, but then relocated to Fort Lauderdale in Florida. This is Meverick Creation and their 1991 debut, The Ten Commandments. And what a debut it is. If you've not heard it, check it out. But for those who know this band and have heard this album so many times before, you know how awesome this is. Guys on the back, of course, right there. Rest in peace to Brett Hoffman, of course. Lost him back in 2018, but his legacy lives on this and, of course, on Retribution, which was in a collection of CDs along with the vinyl I'm going to show you right after this. There was a couple selling it for a friend of theirs, and this was one of many within the CDs. They will be back in June, so I'm going to see what else they got. So let's get the booklet out before I show the book. There's the CD with the RC logo there, and of course it was right there on the back because it was released on RC Records. And the artwork done by the legend that is Dan Seagrave. Just hold it like that. There you go, so you can see the whole artwork. I will be getting the vinyl variant, of course. There is a re-release on I think it was like a transparent blue vinyl, which I know is at Black City Records, so I'm gonna pick it up. Band picture right there, and got some lyrics right there, and of course right here. So very old school indeed. And I asked if this is like old, and they did confirm when I asked, are they original pressings? And yes, they are. An original from 1991. And just so over the moon that I found it. It's such a great listen. It's just heavy, just excellent old school early 90s death metal at its absolute best. There's so many more I say that for, but this definitely is one at its absolute best right here. And you love your old school death metal and you've not heard this yet, I highly recommend that you do. Of course, I will have everything that I've shown here in the description below so you can have a listen for yourselves. Maverick Creation and the Ten Commandments. Right, got free vinyl here to show you, and then I'll let you get on with the rest of your evening, day, wherever you are in the world. Now, this one right here is a re-release from 1990, and when I say pre-Candlemas, where's your mind going to? But for those who heard me say that, who just heard like, oh wait, he just said pre-Candlemas. I think I know who he's on about. And of course, I'm talking about Nemesis. They formed in Sweden, of course, from 1982 to 1984. This is their 1984 EP, The Day of Retribution, the re-release on Active Records from 1990. And this is an original copy from that year. And why is it a reissue of this EP? Well, it's because if you look there, you got two tracks from the 1986 Candlemas demo. Hence why you can see here Nemesis and Candlemas. And how I found out about Nemesis is from Ruthless Metal, because he did the history of hard rock and heavy metal in Sweden. And that this release came up, and I thought I got to have a listen, and I was not disappointed. So I thank Ruthless Metal for that. And I'll put that video in the description below if you are interested in watching it. But this is just a stellar release. It is just proper old school doom. And Lee's vocals on here are he's got some good vocals, definitely. Because as well as playing bass, and he is a great bass player, his vocals are really good as well. And of course, hearing Blackstone Wanderer and Demon Gates with his vocals is, of course, really cool as well. Because obviously, when you hear Epicus, Demicus, Metallicus, that's Johan. But before they got a vocalist within Candlemas, of course, he did the vocals. And of course, let me just show it one more time there. So it says there, Candlemas demo. Record label, Active Records. But yeah, what a release. And I'm so happy that I saw it. I just flicked through and I found it. I was like, no one else is getting this. Excuse me. And yeah, love it. Played it. Pretty much like a day after I got it. And still plays very, very well. If you're looking for just some underground doom, just underground metal in general, go for this. It is such a great release. And pre-Candlemas here, so early Candlemas history here. Nemesis and the Day of Retribution. Now for the last two, and one is from the same record fair from Maverick Creation and Nemesis that I went to. It was at the Beacon. And both from the same band. And when I say new wave of British heavy metal, where's your mind going to? Well, It can go to Iron Maiden, it can go to Motorhead, it can go to just all the various other bands within that scene. Jaguar here from Bristol. I can just name so many bands, but this one here, they don't need an introduction like Maverick Creation, but they're gonna get one. Judas Priest, of course, formed in 1970, and well, they formed as early as 1969 under a different name, but then changed the name to Judas Priest in 1970 and had one hell of a career. It's still going, and these guys just know how to bring that heavy metal spirit. And I have here, because one is from the record player. This one I'm going to show you. I got a Black City Records. This is their 1980 album, British Steel, and their 1982 album, Screaming for Vengeance. And I asked, I'm trying to remember his name. I think his name was Isaac. I'm going to say Isaac for now until I meet him again in June. I asked him, is this an original pressing? And he said yes. Original, released on Columbia right there. Just, I was just happy that it was that. I just saw it, thought, I got asked if this is original. He said yes. I was like, that's it, sold, getting it. And what an album this is. I absolutely love it. And before I show off British Steel, I put the vinyl in one of those slip cases that I showed you in a video a while back. But here's the original. Got the picture of the band right there with who plays what in the band. And of course the lyrics. But yeah, this is just heavy metal history right here. And this album, if you've heard it, you know how good it is. Well, actually, how amazing it is. Just how amazing it is. Love this band. I don't think I've seen about a few times, maybe more than that, but the times I saw them live, they never disappointed. They know how to just keep that heavy metal sound alive. And get this out of the slipcase. What for do? You can see there the Black City Records logo right there. Of course, 1980 first pressing. And says there, plays well. And you can ask for a listen if you so please. So if you see anything like that at Black City Records where it says ask for a listen, then David will be happy for you to do that. Yes, it is. The cover is a little bit beaten up. So I'm going to try and uh, maybe glue that together just so I can keep the vinyl in there because it is about to slip out. But apart from the condition issues, you can still see that artwork, and it's just really cool to see the Judas Priest in the razor blade, and then British Steel right there, and the hand holding that up. And of course, the guys in the back with the songs up there. Of course, this one has Breaking the Law and Living After Midnight. What two stellar tracks! This whole album, just from start to finish, it's brilliant. And Judas Priest being one of my favorite heavy metal bands. Love these guys. Of course, I do have Sad Wings of Destiny in there as well. I might actually put that on a bit later because I haven't heard it in a while. And it'll be good to listen to pre-1980s Judas Priest because obviously the sounds are way different. But definitely I could not pass this up. I went there, I was like, you know what, I'm going to get this. And then, of course, went to Eggfest afterwards. But I will be back at that record fair. There's another one in June. Trying to remember the date. Yeah, 7th of June. That's it. So I'm going to see what else is there that I can pick up. But yeah, so happy to have this. So, two original pressings of these classic albums. Judas Priest with British Steel and Screaming for Vengeance. Just so happy I've got these in here because I already had this on CD. But again, going back to that name again, Collector Scum, I needed it. And that is it for this collection update, I will be doing the next one on either Friday or Saturday, and that's just CDs. So it'll be a quick one as well. And I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and taking time out of your day or your evening. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, share it around, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with more collection updates, my Metal Vault, Jake's Metal Chat interviews, and so on. So again, thank you very much for the support. It means a lot. I've been Jake at Jake's Metal Chat. Keep that banner of metal well and truly high, and I will see you all in the next one. Do take care of yourselves.